Hey guys, it's ViLo Energy Healing. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a general reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the month of December. Now these messages may not resonate with every Leo out there, so please just take what resonates with you and leave out the rest. Also, stay tuned for your bonus info that's going to be coming up after this. All right, Leo, let's see what we have for you this month. You know, December feels off because you're tired of forcing yourself to care about things that don't matter to you anymore. You know, you keep saying, I'm fine or I'm good. But the truth is, you're not satisfied. Okay, you're drained. You don't want attention and you're not trying to prove anything. Okay, you just want something real for a change. You know, something that actually feels good long term. You know, this month pushes you to just stop lying to yourself and finally be honest about what you need and what doesn't work for you anymore. You know, you've been trying to stay focused, okay? But the things that used to motivate you, they just don't anymore, all right? You're tired of the same routine, the same people, and the same lifestyle. Okay, the old or normal ways of doing things feel boring, pointless, and honestly like you're like a waste of time. You know, you've grown out of it, and you're starting to realize that you can't keep doing the same stuff and expect your life to just move forward. You know things need to change, and you know what? You're ready for something different anyway. This month, you're doing things your way and what works for you, right? Not what other people expect you to do. You're done pretending that things even make sense anymore when they clearly don't. You know, there's something about communication that feels off. Okay, it could be maybe a little harder talking to certain people than it usually is. They might be twisting your words around or making problems out of nothing. Okay, it's like no matter how you say something, someone takes it the wrong way or completely misunderstands you. Okay, instead of trying to fix it, just leave it alone. Okay, why should you have to explain yourself to someone who isn't even listening and doesn't even take you seriously? You know, you're done arguing with people who only hear what they want. Okay, just stop repeating yourself. It's not even worth trying to force a conversation with them. Okay, you're better off saying less and just keeping it simple. Okay, just say exactly what you mean one time and just move on. Okay, if they can't keep up, you know what? That's their problem. You know, Leo, you're doing way too much for too many people and trying to keep everything together all by yourself. You know, no wonder you're worn out. You keep pushing past your limit like it's normal, okay? It's not. You don't even make time to take care of your own needs. You can't keep doing this, all right? Something has to change. You've been playing the part of, you know, like the strong one for just way too long now. Right? You're tired of being the one everyone depends on all the time. It's exhausting. You need to just stop taking on problems that aren't even yours, all right? Just start putting yourself first. You know, you kept trying to make something work that was already falling apart, okay? Whether it was a job, a relationship, situation, or even a mindset. Okay, you thought it was solid, so you kept trying to fix it and hold it together. But it wasn't meant to last. Right? You're not the same person who needed approval or validation or even reassurance to feel secure anymore. Right? You're building your life on your terms now, the way you want it. Stop forcing something that isn't for you anymore. Just let it end so you can finally start fresh without all the stress. You know, you're ready to snap, okay? You're about to say or do something out of frustration, okay? Just don't. You might feel like you need to rush or do something immediately. Okay, but you know you need to wait because if you don't, it can backfire and mess things up. All right, so just chill out before you make things worse. Right? You don't need to respond to everything. You know, you're better off staying quiet and just letting things play out without jumping in. You know, you'll handle it better once you're not pissed off. You'll know exactly what to do once your head's clear and you're not heated, all right? You know, by mid-month, you may start doubting yourself or wondering if any of your work is even paying off, right? You're feeling like all the effort that you've put in has been for nothing, okay? But that's not true. Things are starting to line up behind the scenes, okay? You just can't see it yet. You're not failing, okay? You're being guided and redirected towards something that actually fits you. Okay? This pause or slowdown is just temporary. Okay, so just keep doing your thing. Your consistency is going to pay off, I promise you. You know, you're realizing that trying to force something that just isn't working drains the hell out of you. And you're starting to learn when enough is enough. Okay, you're not forcing conversations or situations or even connections anymore. You're finally realizing that walking away isn't giving up. Okay, it's you choosing better for yourself. And it's becoming a hell of a lot easier. Right? You're focused on getting better, not being right. Right? You don't care about proving a point anymore. But you're done with trying to make people see your side. There's no chasing, explaining, or convincing, arguing, none of that. Okay? All that back and forth crap, it's over. If it brings stress into your life, you're not dealing with it anymore. You know, someone around you is getting lucky or catching a big break. Okay, and it's making you question when that's gonna like finally happen for you. Okay, it's not because you're jealous. It's because you know you deserve that too. Okay, you're starting to get a little impatient because some of these people, you know, didn't even put in half the work that you did, and they're getting these opportunities that you worked hard for. Listen, don't get annoyed or irritated. Okay, just get focused. Use their progress as motivation. Right, your time is coming, so don't doubt yourself. Okay, things change fast, and your turn might be closer than you think. You know, you're stepping into a stronger, more confident version of yourself. Okay, but it feels a little uncomfortable because you're not used to it. And you know it's going to change things. Okay, it's going to put you on a different level than the people around you. And that's exactly the change that needs to happen. Right? You've kept your guard up for so long that now it's just getting in your way. You need to trust yourself more. Okay? You're meant to stand out, not hide in the background. Right? Don't make yourself small or lower your standards just so people don't feel jealous or uncomfortable. Okay? How it makes them feel isn't your problem. Okay? Just remember, you're not too much. They're just not enough. Okay? By the end of the month, things start to look a lot clearer, and you finally see where you stand and what you want. Okay? You stop doubting yourself and questioning every little thing, and you start giving yourself credit for how far you've actually come. You know, you worked hard for this, and you deserve to act like it. Okay? You finally feel like everything that you've been doing is actually paying off, and you can feel the shift. Okay? Mentally, emotionally, and in the way you carry yourself. All right? You're going into 2026 confident, direct, and knowing your worth. All right. Hey Leo, it's ViLo Energy Healing. Welcome back to part 2 of your reading. This is going to be your bonus info for the month of December. Okay, so let's start off with some timing windows. Now, as always, I'm going to start from the beginning of the month and work my way towards the end of the month. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, so December 5th to the 11th, okay, this is when you feel irritated, stuck, or fed up, okay, and you start wanting real change. Now, December 13th to the 20th, this is when you pull back, okay, you keep to yourself and you get your emotions back under control. Now, December 24th to the 31st, okay, this is when you finally get noticed and you feel like things are turning your way, like in your favor. All right, now let's jump into some zodiac signs, okay. Now, this could be someone you're dealing with. Okay, it doesn't have to be. Guys, don't get too fixated on the signs. You could be dealing with any sign. All right, but the ones that showed up in this reading, looks like we have Aquarius, Taurus, Gemini, Capricorn, Aries, and Virgo. Okay. See here. Now, some symbols that you might be seeing but possibly ignoring. I I was picking up 111. Okay, so your thoughts are starting something new. Okay, what you focus on now is what you manifest. That's what that means. Some of you are seeing 333. Okay, that means that you're being supported while you get back on track. Some of you are seeing 888. Okay, that means that your hard work and your intentions are starting to pay off. Okay, things are finally moving forward. Some of you are having dreams of driving or being stuck in traffic. Okay, this means that you feel ready to move forward. Okay, but something keeps slowing you down or blocking you. Some of you are seeing the color red. Okay, that has to do with you rebuilding your confidence. All right. I'm also picking up that some of you are moving or you moved, seeing moving boxes. Okay, that has to do with feeling unsettled and wanting a stable change around your living situation. Okay. I'm also picking up that some of you are seeing the time 4:44 more often lately. Okay, that means that you're being guided on whatever you're focusing on. Okay, so if you're feeling stuck waiting for something to move or change, okay, just know that things are lining up the way that they should be. Let's see here. All right, that's it. I'm going to jump into some initials. Okay, now this could be your name, their name, first name, last name. Place it how you see fit. Okay, we have A, B, D, E, J, K, L, M, R, and T. All right, guys, that's what I have for you today. If you're enjoying the bonus info and you want me to continue this way, just hit the like button or leave me a quick comment to let me know. All right, thanks for watching, and until next time, sending you love and light.